Got a load back out of Cheyenne after Thanksgiving from Precious Cat, doing the cat scale. Also, still sticking with white stones. We're chugging along. I'm still learning, and yes, part of that was my fault. Got some things resolved, and restocking the truck by request on this episode of
the Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker filmed before a live and furry studio audience. That is Rusty, the world-famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Alright, it is Monday the 28th. Got a load here, finally got loaded at Precious Cat right here in Cheyenne. So that's kind of nice. Actually had a load picking up here early this morning. Hot-tailed it out of bed, got over here with the trailer, checked in. They told me which door to go in, and right as I'm backing into the door, they canceled the load. So I'm like, okay, so I pulled forward. I just left the doors open, stayed here. They got a nice parking area here. And then kept trying to hunt for another load, and finally found another one through JB Hunt. It's not paying all that great, but it gets me to the right location, gets me to Ohio.
Turn right on High Plains Road.
And so anyway,
Turn right on High Plains Road.
Then of course it took them, then truck after truck after truck had been showing up in the meantime, so then it took them a long time to get to me. So showing a split here so I can drive later on into the night. Delivers Wednesday morning in Dayton to Chewey at 11 a.m. So if you're anywhere in the Midwest and you order Precious Cat kitty litter from Chewey, you're welcome. Alrighty, let's see, we gotta head over to the flying hook and scale. Make sure we're not going to be overweight on this one. It doesn't look like it. The app weigh showed it looks fine, but it's real close on the trailer especially. And my suspension gauge here on the dash also shows that it should be okay. So we shall just see. I want to double check. I've got just under a half tank of fuel. So I'd like to know whether I can fill up or not all the way. Good news is, fuel's gone down. My price is going to be, what was it, $3.75 if I can make it all the way out to the TA in Alden, Nebraska. It hasn't been below $4 a gallon, and I can't even remember when. It was somewhere during when I was doing the remodel. It's still over $5 in like Ohio. So I'll try to make sure I keep it as full as I can in the cheaper locations. But wow, does that make a difference. Let's get in the truck.
2.75 miles. Turn right on Etchepari Drive.
All loaded last night. And it dawned on me, oh yeah, somebody had asked at one point, as I always say, I got to restock the truck when I'm home. They said, well, how do you show how you do that? So I took some video of me restocking the truck with all the food and the fridge, the freezer, and then where I put everything. So I put all that into a video for you so that you can really see how I use every nook and cranny in here and where I put everything, and how I get this truck loaded up so I don't have to spend money at truck stops. I save so much money eating just out of the truck instead of eating outside of the truck. It's amazing the amount of money you can save. So that's the big lesson on today's video. Alright, we're just getting here to the flying hook. It's Flying J, I call it Flying Hook. I saw the sign for the cat scale over there, I'm just not sure which way you enter it. So we'll see how we need to get to it. Okay, I need to enter from the other way, of course.
Turn right on Etchepari Drive.
This one's kind of stuck in a funny place, because to get into it, there's truck parking on the other side, so they don't make it the easiest to get into this. Alright, well, we'll get her turned around and get on in there. Here's the blue beacon.
Arriving at Pilot Flying J on the right.
That one's only been here, a couple of years. There used to be one over there in Laramie at the Petro. But then they tore that one down and they built this one over here because they figured they'd get a little more traffic here, which they do. Alright. Turned all around, trying to get it lined up here. Gotta go a little to the left so I can get the trailer straight. So I can be within the lines. Alrighty. In the old days, you would lean out and press the button. Now I just use the app. Had to do 2 reways, but got it to work out right. And now let's dive back in time a little bit to Sunday night when I was loading the truck. Yeah, some people had put in the comments before, well, what do you mean when you're restocking the truck? So here's what we're talking about. Okay, out here busily loading the truck up, and yes, I got my Thanksgiving leftovers. There's some gravy right there, baby. Let's see, here's the... I always cook up a couple pounds of taco meat. I always have that. But of course, then we have the extra goodies. This is the honey baked ham turkey. Makes awesome turkey sandwiches. Then I have the real turkey. Also makes great turkey sandwiches. Or just heats them up, put a little gravy on it, put it in the microwave. Got a lovely meal. And of course, the taters. Them mashed potatoes, baby. Oh yeah. So, Clutch Truck are gonna be eating good this trip out. Okay, see right back there is my fridge. That's why that door swings open, so I have, or my freezer. So I have access to it. I got some pizzas up there. There's some hamburger patties. There's a Stouffer's spaghetti. There's a whole bunch more behind that. All right, see there you can see I've got a Boston Market Salisbury steak dinners. I've got taquitos. Down here I've got some Jimmy Dean breakfast burritos. We'll try those. I haven't had those before. Here's my Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwiches. And my cool packs that I use to put in my cooler while I'm going down the road to keep water and a few other items cold. All right, just taking a look at my fridge. Got my taco meat down there and everything. See my leftovers. I've got sandwich makings. I've got hot dogs and cheese. I've got some shredded cheese up there for when I do my tacos. The gravy's back up there with some other turkey meat. Got a bag salad. Got some roast beef stuff back there. It's like barbecue beef. It looked pretty good. I still have that left over. Spaghetti and meatballs that I got at Quick Star. They have great little entrees there. So there you go, stacking up. I didn't show the inside of my door where I've got condiments up there, butter, cream cheese because I have bagels on the truck, and of course there's some salad dressing, milk, and I stack up all my waters over there. It's made to hold cans, but I can stack up my waters down there like that. So now I've still got to get all the dry stuff in. I put all the refrigerated stuff away earlier. So that's what I'm going to be doing until I go to bed tonight. What do you think? I really stocked this thing up because this is a great way to save money on the road. And this is part of the reason I did this remodel on this truck. So that I have my bigger fridge, my separate freezer, got my big closet there. My upstairs, my wife helped me make the bed earlier. I have some video of that. Aww. The lovely Mary is emerging from upstairs where she...
There you go.
Basically made my bed for me.
Yay, woohoo.
It's a very tight situation up there. But I'll show you where I put everything away. I've got my toaster, I've got my George Foreman grill, I've got my Ninja Foodie pizza oven, I've got my microwave you saw in that earlier shot back there. This is how I save so much money because food on the road is ridiculously expensive. God forbid you should eat at one of the full service restaurants, like a Country Pride or Iron Skillet at Petro. You know, a meal... By the time you've had a meal and given a tip and everything, you're 25 to 30 bucks before you're out the door for one meal. Yeah, I spent a lot for everything, including, you know, I got paper plates, paper towels, utensils, all the stuff I got, plus my vitamins, yada, yada, yada. Probably spent, you know, 380 bucks. But I'm going to eat off of this for 4 weeks or more, you know, including Rusty. I got all his food and everything. So this is a way to really save a ton of money. This is, again, part of the reason I did this whole remodel, so that I wouldn't have to rely on truck stops hardly at all anymore. So I can eat solely out of the truck if I want to. Now, if I want to, on a rare occasion, grab something from a truck stop, I will. But I'm setting here, baby. So we'll get into some more of that. Now, for those of you newer to the channel, like I say, this you may not know all about my whole clutch trucker remodel that I did here. That's what the CNT is for, clutch trucker, baby. But yeah, I cut out the top of the back of the cab and extended a box out there, out the back, which I had some leak issues for a while, but we finally solved. Anyway, that's where my bed is, upstairs. So that's up there. That's my bed up there. I've got stairs leading up to it. You saw my wife climbing down the stairs earlier, and you saw her up there helping me make the bed because she's tiny. She can get back in the corners, baby. All right, so just give you the quick overview. You saw the fridge and the freezer back there. See, this is where my bed used to be, back here. And that's why I now have this couch area. When I push that board back up, then my cushion from up there will go down there, and it makes the nice little love seat clutch trucker couch area. All right, I got the full-size hotel fridge. I got the separate freezer. There's my nice big closet. So you look at there, see there's all my clothes hanging up. Got shirts and pants there. Then I've got a little box down there that's underneath my Ninja Foodie. That's got all my socks, underwear, and shorts. My little laundry bag and so forth, my computer bags there. And on this side of the shirts and everything, aha, cereal. I keep cereal down here. Crispix, gotta love the Crispix, baby. Yeah, I keep the cereal in the closet because it's the only place I had that was tall enough for the cereal boxes. See up here above my little countertop area, I got my big inverter there. That's what powers everything. I've got it all hardwired in. That's how I have the light switch and the outlet there. Got the other outlet upstairs. I've got one right there for my clutch trucker lights. Anyway, paper plates, paper bowls, utensils, bagels are normally here. I'm down to one. Bread goes up there. There's all my tortillas and stuff like that. So I'm going to restock all of that here in just a minute. And then you can see down here, Ninja Foodie, where I can cook up taquitos, pizza, my microwave that'll cook up just about everything else. Nice, fairly good-sized microwave in there too. And then my countertop to do all this on. You see, I'm still in the process of putting things away. Got tuna pouches there. That's the cooler I put down by my seat while I'm driving. Of course, the piece de resistance, my toilet underneath. Camp-sized toilet. It's a cassette toilet made for RVs and so forth. Great. You access the tank underneath outside the side door. There's my other inverter. That one exclusively runs the Ninja Foodie and microwave. This one does everything else. So we're going to start putting all that stuff away. I've got storage down here on my stairs. It's my stairs leading to upstairs. All right, and then down in here you see there's my toaster in there, George Foreman grill back there. Down here I've got a little bag of chips, all my drink mix stuff there. I've got that box is full of like peanut butter crackers and good little snacks like that. So I've got to now use every nook and cranny I have and fill it all up. Of course, I got my drawers while I'm driving with other stuff up here, utensils, and a few little candies. So we're going to use every nook and cranny here. And I've got storage up above. This is something they stopped doing in Freightliners a long time ago. But I've got this great storage area. You see all these boxes I can put up here? Like this one right here has got Rusty's food, dry or canned food in it. There's his dry food. This one I'm going to refill up with more tuna, soup. I've got, you see some ravioli over there. I've got shells and cheese and things in that one. I'm going to put more in this one over here. I'm going to put some chili in there. There's Rusty's bacon strips. So I use every little bit of space. All my videos are up here behind the TV. And you see I stuff stuff wherever I can. You got to use every little bit of space in these trucks, baby. And I forgot to show this step down here underneath my bottom step. This folds down, and you can see I've got my Campachem toilet chemicals in there, and I'm going to stuff my whole big 24-pack of water down there. That's a good place to keep that. And this does have a vent on it because it breathes through to the rear air system. So like I say, this is kind of all part of the whole remodel. And for those of you who missed it earlier, here's the upstairs with now my freshly made bed. Here's a pillow for Rusty there. There's another one for me. Got my main pillow up front. Got more storage here in this little nightstand I made. I've got a closet back here. I keep my boots and some other winter gear in there. Here's my nice little atomic clock on the wall. And again, another outlet up here. And the light switch I put in for these lights. So I can light up my bed area upstairs. Okay, you see I'm still working on putting everything away. That's why I have all this crap stacked up on the stairs. Kleenex boxes, you know, some microwave meals, other stuff. I'm still trying to get everything put away. It takes a little while to get everything stuffed in every nook and cranny I can come up with here in the truck. But we're working on it. We're getting down there. So this will all be put away soon. So I won't bore you with the rest of that. I showed you basically where everything's going to go here in my whole clutch trucker remodel. And this is how I can save tons of money on the road. I use that area back there kind of in front of the freezer when that board is pulled forward to make the rest of the couch. You can see I've got some chips up there. I've also got some crackers. I'll put more stuff back there just because that's a place to hold it while I'm going down the road. What do you think? Oh, did forget to show something I always stock on the truck here. Got my multivitamins. These are the one a day. I fill them though with the Kroger multivitamins because I'm too cheap to keep buying the real name brand ones. Also, always got to have Advil with me. I'm prone to migraines every now and then, so I have to have the Advil. And this is a trucker's best friend right here, baby. Acidophilus, probiotic acidophilus. Keeps your digestive system regular so you don't have those bathroom emergencies, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Alright, so I take one of these every day, and it keeps me pretty regular, so then, yeah, I'm not having to sprint into the bathroom as often. I'm a big believer in that. Also, oh yeah, since I tend to cut myself a lot, Band-Aids, always got to have the Band-Aids. So I keep all those right up here. This is the little glove compartment above my steering wheel here. So I have access to all that easily while I'm driving, and I've also got my strawberry watermelon for the water drink mix up there as well. The powdered ones I keep down in my little drawer right over there, so I can reach, you know, easily while going down the road. All right, so we're all loaded up, got everything put away. So here's the clutch trucker couch. Now that that board's pulled back in front of the fridge and freezer, see how, isn't that nice? There's Rusty's pet bed. Ah yes, everything else over there. The stairs, yada yada yada. We're all loaded up, ready to go. All right, so you saw how I put everything away. Well, for the most part, I didn't show you everything because I didn't want to bore you, showing you where putting every little thing. But all those boxes up above here, above my head, you know, up in the storage areas and the steps, and the shelf thing up there, and in the closet, everywhere else. By doing all that and having all these different food options and all these different ways to cook the food, because I got the Ninja Foodie, I've got the toaster, I've got the microwave, I've got the George Foreman grill, then that gives me lots of options, so then I don't get bored either. I can do soup, burgers, hot dogs, you know, lots of stuff. Pizzas, taquitos, sandwiches, and of course I have all my great Thanksgiving leftovers. It's a beautiful thing, baby. Yeah. All right, so that's how you can save a ton of money out of your truck. And, you know, if you're a solo driver, you know, take the passenger seat out, put a refrigerator there. You've got other options. Plus, they make those smaller, you know, more like a cooler looking type of thing that are a true more refrigerator or freezer that you can also put in the trucks for things like that. And you just save so much money. It's just such a huge money saver. And then you got tons of options, and you're making your own food. It's better for you, tastes better, and a hell of a lot cheaper. What do you think? Okay, and I do want to say a big thanks to everybody who, a lot of you emailed me. I've read your emails. I haven't, or most of them, and I haven't responded. I'm sorry, but I will soon. You know, because I was very frustrated in my last video. I had a really bad day on Friday where I found out maybe I wasn't going to get paid on 2 of the loads I just did. Then I was facing this big maintenance bill. And now having to try to come back out of the house, which I know every time I try to come out of Cheyenne, I don't get paid very well at all. And with the possibility of not getting paid for the last 2 loads I did, you know, again, if you went to your job and they said, oh, well, we know you worked the last 2 weeks, but we're not going to pay you. As a matter of fact, you're going to owe us. God. Those two did get resolved, okay? So I can tell you that. So that's good news. We went out to Flippers, our great little old school arcade down in Cheyenne, Saturday night with the family. We had a lot of fun. So, and I did have a great quality time at home with the family, like I showed in the last video, the pictures from Thanksgiving and everything. So, in a better mood now, and yeah, I'm going to keep trudging ahead. And I know a lot of the problem was, Mark was giving me the freedom to book my own loads, and so I was doing that, but I kept putting myself in bad places like Texas, where, I'm newer to the booking of the loads. So I'm trying to learn the right method to do it, but I kept putting myself in bad places, so that's my fault. But, you got to screw up to learn, and he's been giving me the license to do that. He's trying to help me out a little bit more now, and luckily I found on JB Hunt another load picking up right there at the exact same place. I hadn't even closed my trailer doors. So then I went back in and signed back in again and said, all right, here's my new pickup number for this load now going to Dayton, Ohio, which is where I'm going on this load, like I said at the very beginning of the video. So that's what's happening. All right, so here it is, Tuesday morning, the 29th. I am now parked in, where is it, Brook something? I have to look now. I wrote it down. Brookfield, Missouri. There's a Love's another 30 miles away. I was kind of heading towards... I was trying to stay ahead of the storm all night long. That's why I drove all through the night, because there's a big winter storm coming through Wyoming, Nebraska, yada, yada, yada. And I did stay ahead of that, because over on this side of the country, it's supposed to be freezing drizzle, which means icy, icy roads. That's what it was saying for the Lincoln area. So I wanted to get past that, get down into Missouri, and that's where I am now. So I'll get up again tonight, and we'll finish the drive on into to Dayton for Wednesday morning at 11 o'clock. Hopefully we'll pick something else up. Now that we'll be in a better area, then I can maybe start making the money again, because this load, it's not paying great. It's paying for the fuel and a little piece of lettuce, and that's about it, baby. But that's what you have to do to come out of Cheyenne, unfortunately. So I'm trying to at least position myself into the better areas, and then Mark can help me and continue to teach me on how to get this right stuff, and maybe we can get the nice shorter hops for better money, because that's his whole philosophy. More money, less miles. I'm all about that. So yeah, let's do that. You put less maintenance on the truck and less wear and tear on the truck and make the bigger money. That's what we're aiming for. So we're going to keep chugging along with this whole plan right now, and that's what we're doing. Okay, I've been trying to get this video finished for days. I was working on it Tuesday morning when I was parked in Brookfield, Missouri. I was having trouble with the video stuff, and so I went to bed. Anyway, drove to Chewey, got that delivered. Then Mark found me another load, a great HazMat load that picked up in Florence, Kentucky. Brought me down here to Charlotte, North Carolina for a Thursday morning delivery, where I am now. It's now Thursday night, the 1st of December, but I got paid, $2,000 for, less than 500 miles. That was good. All right, so I'm now parked at a Quick Trip here in Charlotte. We're going to try to find a good load for tomorrow, and we're on track for the week so far to do very well, and we'll just keep on chugging right along. So there you go. So the overall lesson on this video was load up your truck, try to eat as much out of your truck as you can, save so much money, and with the rates still being low and the fuel being high, although it is coming down, that's the way you can survive out here, and so that's what we're trying to do. Well, thanks for tuning in for that one. Yeah, just giving you an example of how we load the truck, get everything in here, and that in turn saves lots of money. What do you think? There you go. So, all right, chugging after it again. Here we are trudging along in Missouri. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please like and comment. I get to your comments as soon as I can. Sometimes takes a few days because I'm a working truck driver. There's Clutch Trucker on Instagram, Clutch Trucker on Twitter, where I put all the Rusty stuff. And as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty, out. Freud was the first to deal in mass hysteria. I'm the first to deal in mass transit. Sign it, and there it goes. Ooh, it went back behind your pet bed. Can you find it? Oh yes, he's got it, baby. He's all over that bacon strip. Because he's a meatball, Mr. Dog. And he's got a furry face. He loves munching on bacon strips. He'll eat 'em all day long, Mr. Dog. And you are a meatball with a really funny face. Oh yeah, yeah, munch, munch, munch. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it, Rusty? Love them bacon strips. Yeah, happy dog. Happy dog. Thanks to Junior and Connie for keeping you in bacon strips. We haven't had to buy bacon strips in like a year, Rusty. It's a beautiful thing. All right, got a little bit left. All right, need that happy dog look. Up here, Rusty. Rusty.